Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest.
Thanks for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM. We are the hottest. You're listening to Hi.
Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey. What is going on? Welcome, you guys, to MVP Speaks Radio Live every Thursday on Hot 702.5 FM. It's been a couple weeks since I've been in the studio for various reasons, so I'm super excited to be back here. Super excited for you to be joining me. Just a reminder, you can listen to this radio station on the app, Hot 702.5. You can listen on Google Play. You can listen on iHeartRadio. You can listen on Apple Music. You can listen everywhere. Amazon, say, Alexa, play Hot 702.5 FM, and she will do it. I'm MVP Speaks. I'm your host. I am really hot right now, so just let's get some coolness going. I'm so excited for this show. I'm going to go ahead and bring my guest on right away. I'm going to read the introduction of this particular guest, Marcus Hart. Let me pull it up because it's pretty phenomenal. So, you guys, listen up. This is who I'm going to be bringing on. Marcus is an American author, podcaster, recording music artist, journalist, and filmmaker born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Currently, he's the founder and CEO of Transform You Media Network, but has done work with other companies such as Rock Nation, UK, Animal Music Group, Global Summit Publishing, and Conscious Media Relations, and countless more. His first book of 7 others, My Name is Specialist Marcus C. Hart, Part 1 of 3, was released in 2007. His first single, Grinding All the Time, featuring legendary recording artist Bun B, did over 100,000 views on YouTube in the first month that it was released. So I'm going to bring Marcus in. Marcus, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Aw, how are you, friend?
Oh man, it's good to be able to see you and be able to hear you.
It is so good. It's been a very, very long time. You guys, when I reached out to Marcus to come on the show because I was just thinking about, my journey and the people that have helped me along. And when I first decided I was going to be a speaker, Marcus was the first motherfucker to hire me. Like, he booked me right away. I'm having this event. I want you to come do your thing. I put together a little PowerPoint. I was all like having it together. My sister Disa came. That was fire. So I just wanted to bring you on and see, like, first of all, catch up, see what's going on, how you doing, what's new in your life, and to just thank you and appreciate you for being a part of my journey. And, it's been beautiful. So what's good? Thanks for coming on.
Well, namaste to you, my sister. It's good to be here with you, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Man, looking back on that, I'm grateful that like you had accepted that invitation, and like when you network with people, you never know like if they gonna ghost you afterwards, or
right,
or if it's like, okay, what happens with the business card afterwards,
Right.
So it was just a wonderful time back then, and to be able to have that moment happen, and for us to still be connected to this day.
Yes, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome, and I'm proud of you too. I don't even know exactly what you got going on all the way now. We're about to find out, but I'm proud of you because look, you still here, so it's got to be great. So tell us, just tell us. I read the bio you sent. Pretty impressive to me. Bun B, that's a popular name. People know about that. Maybe we should play that song. But tell us what's going on. Tell us what you want us to know right now. Oh wait, you know what? I forgot. I forgot. Hold on. Rewind, because I forgot to start the show. That's why I brought you on right away.
You made me tear up all this paper.
I know, right? You better get it out. So, you guys, I forgot. So, I did something different. Because Marcus is you're in Milwaukee right now?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to clarify that. He's in Milwaukee. And you guys know I always start the show with the Be Inspired inspirational messages. And what I did was I sent him the master copy. First of all, that master copy is worth more than gold. So save that, and you can print it off as you want to and use it and whatever. It's pretty powerful. But we always start the show with the messages. And so I sent Marcus the copy so that he can cut them out and we can take turns pulling messages. I did that for the first time with the last show I was in the studio with my guest Reese the writer, and we just had a great time, like just pulling messages. And so I thought it would be awesome to continue to do that with all my guests. And it doesn't matter if you're far or near, we're going to send you the stuff and you're going to get it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull one. Pull one first. Actually, no, you're the guest. You pull one. Be my guest. Pull a message. Be inspired.
I'm not cheating.
Okay, there's no cheating.
All right, it says, putting myself first is okay and necessary. Oh, man, that resonates.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it. How's it resonate?
Oh, man, like, that's just been the theme, like, all throughout this year. Putting myself first is okay, you know. I literally had to, like, you know, tell myself that, you know, that it's okay to, like, you know, invest in self-care. It's okay to, you know, say no.
Right, that part.
That's been the message I've been giving all of my, you know, all of my fans, all of my audiences, you know, like, hey, you know, it's okay to, like, you know, say no, prioritize yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others.
That's true. And if you don't take care of yourself, I always feel like whatever you do for others is kind of in vain. Like, you're not kind of practicing what you preach. Like, you're doing for other people and you're not doing for you. So what are you really doing for other people? Okay, let me see what this one says. My joy is in my journey. My joy is in my journey. I love it because we're often, as the wonderful humans that we are, focused on the destination. When we get there, I'll be happy. When we get there, I'll be satisfied. When I make it. But we already made it. And I've been saying this very frequently, and it's just been on my spirit. Like, we came from a human. Like, we already made it. We think we have to make it when we get our degree or when we get our career, when we, you know, whatever. But we already made it. And the joy is in your journey. So when you're joyful along the way, we gonna always be along the way, basically. So enjoy that shit. Okay, go. Your turn.
Okay.
Your turn.
One out already, so.
Okay.
Snicker at life. Yeah. I do that now. I do that a lot. You can't be serious all the time, man. And sometimes people get mad at me. Sometimes people think I'm being too sarcastic. But no, you know.
Lighten up, motherfuckers. Lighten up.
You better.
We have to, you know, because you only get, I think we get a lot more than one, but we're only living one right now that we're consciously in this body, right, that we're aware of. So you have to, like, snicker at it. And what I find too is, like, the more lighter you are with whatever's coming at you, the easier it is for you to navigate through it. You know, sometimes we could be having a situation and instead of, like, just shucking it off or just like, you know, I'm just gonna laugh at it, you know, humans be humaning, just let them, you know, whatever it is. If you're light in your response, then you're able to actually be more guided and more aligned to whatever it is that you truly want, because you're not, like, harping on it. Snicker at that shit. Don't let it get you. Okay, let's see what mine says. Don't let life get you, guys. Ooh, you ready?
I'm ready.
Money is sweet on me. I am sweet on my money.
Uh-oh.
Say it, Marcus.
Sweet on the money?
Money is sweet on me.
Money is sweet on me.
I am sweet on my money.
I am sweet on my money.
Yes,
I like
be
that.
sweet on your money. Money is like sweet, right?
Yeah.
And money like you, and you like money. Well, I like money. I hope you like money, because you got to use it, so you should like it. A lot of times we'll use money and we'll be feeling a way about it, like, I'm mad I had to pay the rent. Be happy you have money to pay the rent. I'm mad gas is $10 a gallon. Be happy you have $10 to put in your gas. You know what I'm saying? So be sweet on your money. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Your turn.
Let me give it a little shake.
Shake it up.
A Harlem shake. Gotta
Let me-
see. I love myself enough to only show love to others. More of the trend of the first one.
Yeah. What do you think about that when you read it?
So like, you better have enough love for yourself, because like if you're not filling that brim up all the way to the top and overflowing it, it's not gonna overflow to nobody else.
That's true.
That's not true love.
Love yourself enough.
Love yourself enough. Then it will overflow to everyone else.
Then it will overflow. It won't have no choice, actually, because that's what will be oozing out of you. I heard, who was it? Somebody on the internet, some spiritual person, was talking about if you squeeze an orange, what comes out of it?
Juice.
If you squeeze you, what comes out of you?
Blood.
Right, and whatever else is in you. So if somebody cuts you off in traffic and you react harshly, that's not their fault. That's what was in you. Mm-hmm. But if you are loving yourself and filling yourself with love and compassion at that, when someone cuts you off in traffic, you respond differently. You might say, oh, they must really have to go to the bathroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of yelling at them like, why are you cutting me off? So love yourself enough, Marcus. Do you love yourself enough?
I love myself.
That's good. Have you always loved yourself?
No, I ain't always been loving myself enough, So I've been loving myself a lot more.
That's good. That's beautiful, and that's the journey for real. Like
it is.
To the journey to ourself is for that self-love and compassion. That's what mine says. Compassion is sweet.
Ooh, it is.
It is. Compassion is sweet. Period.
You want it, and you better be willing to give it.
You better be willing to give it. And you got to give it to yourself. That's part of loving yourself. Bro, let me tell you, I realized like really recently how intrinsically I have not really been compassionate with myself. I've been more irritated with myself and more like, motherfucker, why are you not this, that, and the other? But the awareness is beautiful because I'm aware now, and I can be like, oh, yeah, be like compassionate with yourself along your journey. So what, you're not having 1 million TikTok followers yet, like, or whatever it is that we think we need to feel a certain way. But if you just have compassion for where you're at and know like, oh, this is where I am, like this is it. Like, don't be beating yourself up either about where you're not or where you've been. Sometimes it could be, I was over there and this, that, and the other. But no, you here now. Where you at right now? Okay, your turn. Oh, go ahead. You can say something. Go ahead.
No, I love it. You said it. You said it enough. And right back to it. Love is abundant and overflowing.
Yes. It really is.
It is. Man, that word, ain't that word beautiful?
Yes. Which word? Love or abundant or overflowing?
All three.
Oh, the whole word, right? It is.
When you use all three together, and they not used together enough.
Say that again.
When you use all three together, and then you really reflect on like man, it can be overflowing. It is abundant. It's so much available.
Yes, it is. And sometimes I think we right, for real, right? You don't gotta pay for that. It will be.
They can.
We'll be so focused on what we don't have that we miss that we do have love, and love is everywhere. And back to the whole, I think yours said loving myself enough. Like, that's the abundant love. What wouldn't he say? The greatest love is inside of you. Like, that's the bomb truth. It's a fun song, but it's really freaking the truth. Like, that's the greatest love, the love we have for ourselves. Yeah. We can't love somebody more than we love ourselves, and we can't love somebody more than they love themselves. We can try, but 9 times out of 10, it's going to turn out a little bit messy. Mm-hmm. My words drip like honey.
Mm.
You're creative. What kind of visual did you Did you have a visual with that? My words drip like honey.
Yeah, I did.
Like honey. Like honey.
Yeah,
I like that one. That's one of my favorites. What do you think about that?
real poetic.
Real poetic. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
Cool.
I think all the good words.
Like what?
Happy, smiling, fun. Let's walk together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You want a back rub?
Right. That kind of drip. Okay.
Yeah, drippy, baby.
Drippy baby. I want to shout out to everybody checking in on Facebook. Ain't nobody checked in yet, but I know you about to because I see you watching. So make sure that you are leaving a comment. I want to give you the call in number 2-702-551-5261. Okay, Marcus, I'm going to have you pull one more.
Okay.
See what you got.
Remember the womb.
I just said we all came from a human.
We all did.
Do you remember? Can you remember that far back?
I can't remember that far back, but I can imagine. I can only imagine.
Can only imagine.
I can only imagine. But like, it made me think though. Like that place must be warm. It's comfortable,
Right.
safe.
Yeah.
Lots of love there.
Yes.
Lots of development and growth.
Completely. Yeah. When I think about the womb, sometimes it makes me a little nervous or like a little anxious. Like
Yeah.
just because it's so grand. You know what I mean? Like we might
It's
not,
precious.
huh?
It's precious.
It's precious. Yeah, it is precious. Like just it's beautiful. Like we really came from our mama. Like our mama created us in her womb and we grew in there. Like we grew arms and legs. Like we didn't have all this stuff at first. Now look at us.
And Mama loved us enough to not abort us.
Not abort us, right? Because she had a choice.
Yeah,
And we're still here. So give thanks. I'm grateful. The more I encourage those that are listening to like really take time in your life to remember that. Not that you can actually remember, but you could. Some people can. Like you can go back. It depends how deep you're trying to get, but you can go back. I actually remember. I can't say I remember being born, but I feel like I remember like waiting for myself to come, if that makes sense. Like in the hospital, like I feel like it was like I was hovering. I can't really explain it, but when I think about like my memories, like how far back can you go? Like I feel like I remember like the soul of me like being ready, like waiting for me to come out or something crazy. I can't explain it, but like it's like a flash that I have that. It's weird, but I think we can go back, but as far back as we can go because we are not the human, we are the soul. And you can align with yourself and you can learn about your past and even your other lives, but yeah, so all right, cool. Thank you so much. I want you to use those messages every day too, Marcus.
Yeah, I got them to the side.
Yeah, put them on your little thing, and you got babies too. Let them pull some and read some. They're a very great tool. You can make as many copies as you want. So yeah, it's very special. So cool. Well, that's what's up. So we did our inspirational messages. We're feeling good. We're remembering where we came from and how great it is to be here. So tell us what's going on with you. What's happening with Marcus these days?
Well, I think the most obvious one is the newest. I think the newest thing. Let's start with the new, and then we'll go.
Okay.
And the newest thing is like the persona of DJ Potential. So DJ Potential, like my artist name.
Okay. DJ Potential.
Yeah.
I love it. I was going to ask you that too. Do you got an artist name? Because I don't think I ever knew.
Yeah, DJ Potential. So he was created. He was actually created like a while back with my second podcast. So I host like four different podcasts, And,
Dang, 4 different podcasts?
Yeah. So DJ Potential is actually a podcast personality for my music podcast, and that personality gained a lot of popularity doing that show.
Okay. What's the podcast called? Can we know?
Yeah, Kinetic PE Mix.
Say it again.
The Kinetic PE Mix Show.
What?
Kinetic
PE.
PE. Yeah, PE.
Like physical education?
Yeah, almost like that.
Kinetic PE.
No, I don't stand for that though.
What's it stand for?
Potential energy.
I get it.
Kinetic.
Yes.
Kinetic PE mix.
Mix.
Yeah, with 2 X's.
Cool. And where's that podcast at? How do we find? Is it like on the what's?
Yeah, iHeartRadio, Spotify.
Okay.
Anywhere you listen to music or podcasts.
Well, that's good to know. Okay, go ahead. I just want to get that out there so I can write it down.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so, and then I started interviewing a lot of different music artists, some celebrities, some not. And then I got a challenge to record a song. And I was just joking around. I was like, I'm going to really record a song and I'm going to make a music video. So you wasn't really trying to do that originally? No, it wasn't in the plan at all.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
Not in the plan. So because I've been messing around with music. I did music when I was overseas. Just a pastime. But this challenge came from one of my best friends that I was overseas with, and I went on ahead. I went all in. I did my own beat. I reached out to a couple of people to see where I can find a feature. And he pointed to Bun B was selling some feature samples. So I scooped up one of those.
Oh, a feature sample. So he did send you a verse or something.
Yeah.
And you just put in your music. Oh, that's a creative idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So grab one of those up. And grinding all the time was created.
Where's that song at? We should play it. It's on YouTube?
Everywhere. It's on YouTube. The video got about over 100,000 views in the first month, and it's on iTunes, Spotify. Yeah, go ahead.
Grinding all the time, and that's by your DJ Potential name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
We should play it. Okay, go ahead. Continue. So you got your song out. You got your.
Yeah. So I didn't expect it to do as good as it did, and once it did, I said, okay, I guess I got a music career now. So now I'm working on my first album, which is going to be releasing this month. The name of the album is Transform You.
Okay.
Yeah. So the album it's got a different mixes of genres, crossover genres. So it's got a different collection of different songs that kind of cross over genres. So I got some metal on there, metal rap on there. I got some Latin pop, reggae rap. I got some all
songs that you did, different genres. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So it's got a different feel, kind of experimental. I'm looking to see, what it's gonna do, and
I think that's dope that you have different genres, because a lot of times we'll just be, in one genre, like, oh, I'm a hip hop rapper, or oh, I'm a heavy metaler, but just to do different things is creative, and I think it speaks volumes of your talent. So guess what? I found your song. Okay. So I'm going to play it.
Okay.
Unmute the aux. Okay, guys. This is DJ Potential, Grinding All the Time.
This for my homies that be grinding all the time.
Hey.
This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time.
I'm grinding, I'm shining, I'm not trying, I'm doing heart. You try and block my style, but I'm all in the game. And I'm really hard to guard like a player. Business corporation, I'm climbing the ladders. Already high on the list. Take another risk. Skin in the game, that means money to your lanes. Chasing no dots, cause I'm swimming in these waters. Even though I can't swim, the money and the fame keep flowing like waters. I manifest this shit, I prophesize it big. Which mission I'm gonna jump in, run in, rewind and play it back. The competition's done in. My city's a 10, but the sky is my limit. It takes balls and enough sense, this ain't for the timid. Stop the damn emotion and lying to yourself. The truth is the moment, the truth and I might be. I gotta stay in time like the little nigga that ain't no man. I got a lot of people telling me, where have you been? DJ Potential, I'm right here. You the definition of a winner because you running hot your feelings. Your feelings never happy. I don't play in the metaverse. My world is real. Motherfucker! Yeah. I got my grind shoes on my feet. You know, so I gotta know. I ain't talking about change. I hope you ain't alone for the throne. I was on the road. I had to do a look like a crook. White collar crimes, it's history like a book. I got grind shoes on my feet. You know, so I gotta know. I ain't talking about change. I hope you ain't alone for the throne. I was on the road. I had to do a look like a crook. White collar crimes, it's history like a book. Riding shoes on my feet. Had to do it look like a crook. What color crimes? History like a book. Celebrity status for my barber in my book. A death to people, enough twice we dated. We made it when we left this world behind us. Death has become the look, bro, but that's how I do it. My birth was like the blueprint, beginning to my death be like the Black Album ending. I was made to keep winning. The Lord's vision, the Lord's prayer. I was a little something like a S on her chest plate. I was reborn to the wokeness. The streets had us all dead. Broke days, no more. I do it like a tree. Float like the butterfly with words staying like a bee. Type my name in Google, I am the shit. Shit with the same clip. That shit that is full and I get off. I just wanna roll up with my nigga, then we shoot off. Everybody wants something but don't wanna grind. What's the next thing? I can't give you the day, but our minds not the same. Then I gotta say a word, but my God, little niggas gotta grow up. So I'm transforming to a cake. Give peace to the wild end. A break for the plan. Of the 13 in the nympho. Running hard for everybody. Let's get it.
This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be. I come to party, trying to get lit. Music loud, this nigga with hits. If I hop on it, then do what you get. I just go in out the flip of a switch. I come to party, trying to get lit. Music loud, this nigga with hits. If I hop on it, then do what you get. I just go in out the flip of a switch. I come to party, trying to get lit. Music loud, this nigga with hits. If I hop on it, then do what you get. I just go in out the flip of a switch. I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up.
Turn it up.
DJ turn me up.
Yeah.
I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up.
Sir.
DJ turn me up.
Go to sir.
I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up.
Sir.
DJ turn me up.
Let's get it. DJ Potential.
I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up.
Sir.
DJ turn me up.
DJ Potential.
This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies
Grinding
that
all
be
the
grinding
time.
all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. This for my homies that be grinding all the time.
Wow, that's definitely a side of you I never saw before.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. I liked it. I think it was a vibe.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe. Like, you know.
He's like, yep, pretty much. No, that's dope. And that just came out, said 3 months ago?
Yeah, 3 months ago now.
That's pretty cool. So how did you, I got some songs and stuff too. I don't know if you know that about me, but I started doing music as well. And so how do you find out, how do you go buy one of these celebrities verse packets? What did you call it? What is it called? A verse packet?
Yeah, basically a verse packet.
How do you find that? Help me out, Marcus.
Well, like, now that one, like, I literally had to, like, you know, pull in a favor for that one. So,
Okay.
but like
Okay. So
there are like different sites though that you can like shop around and find stuff. So I would definitely send you some.
yeah, send me some stuff so I could know. And then you also said, I had another question too. You also said that I'm trying to do something, but it's not working. You also said that you have interviewed some celebrities on your show.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you do that? How'd you find you? You had a sponsor, like, because I know celebrities ain't just unless you know them. They're probably not just coming on because they like you.
Well, yeah. So yeah, that's real interesting. Like, so my very first show, the Transform You Live show, that started on radio, down in Milwaukee, River West Radio, and
oh, shout out to River West Radio! Yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah, shout out to River West.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I started doing that show like right after I lost the election because I ran for.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about that. You're so amazing, Marcus. Go ahead. I'm like, oh man, I forgot you did all that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So it was very interesting. Like, right when I started that show, and I interviewed like Mandela Barnes, who ran for senator.
Shout out to Mandela Barnes. That's my people.
And after I interviewed him, then I just started getting hit up by a lot of publicists. A lot of publicists started hitting me up like, hey, can you interview? I got such and such. Can you interview them? And once I started interviewing one celebrity, and then they just started following. Like, people started hearing about like my interview style. They started liking my work, my consistency, and I just got recognized that way.
That's awesome. Congratulations for getting recognized and for being consistent, because that's the key.
It ain't easy.
I know, because I'm not consistent in a lot of shit, and I realized that about myself recently, that I just will start something and I don't, for somehow I can't, I'm not saying I can't, but I don't be consistent. So shout out to that, because if it's one thing I've learned is that consistency definitely is key. And as my sister Solid Truth says, consistency leads to success. So congratulations for being consistent, because it brought you, to where you're at now. So your podcast, you interviewed your people. And what are you doing now? We talked about the song. I know we keep going back and forth. Whoop-de-whoop. That's how I do sometimes. Yeah. We just got to stay flowing. But
yeah, and somewhere in between there, the documentary, dropped. That was last year. I dropped a documentary. The documentary was Journey to be a Black Podcast Mogul. So that was kind of outline my transformation story, because I was incarcerated for about 4 months. I was incarcerated. I don't mind sharing this either, because it's behind me now.
Okay.
I was incarcerated for a federal case that I was indicted for charges that that stretches back from 2012 sometime, and which is the song Grind All the Time kind of references a little bit, so 2012, my very first business, I was unaware that the feds were kind of had me on investigation for about 3 years.
Wow.
And they had me on investigation for some white collar crimes, and it finally caught up with me. I thought I had got away clean with it. All them years passed by. They never were knocked on my door or anything like that. But 2017, they served me with the indictment, and I went in for about 4 months fighting the case. And I was released, and I ended up doing 4 years on probation, and I successfully did that.
Yes, congratulations for not getting back in trouble.
But like, it was kind of ironic though, because like during that whole time, from that 3 year period where I was doing bad, after those 3 years, I didn't do anything bad.
Ashe. Right.
I was actually trying to change my life around, and then like, I just never, had to face this, So I had to face it. I had to
Right.
like clear my name, and you got to face your karma eventually. You got.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So, but I'm happy that it's behind me now, and I'm happy that I paid my debt.
Ashe.
So
That's
and I'm moving
important.
forward now. As a free man now, completely free man.
Yeah, completely free. You got a story to tell.
Yeah, and brand new story. Yeah,
Yes.
story. So yeah, and the music kind of touches on that again. Touches on that, and and then there's another book releasing that's going to be touching on it too a little bit and go more in depth about it. But the film kind of talks about like me kind of getting back to like podcasting and like and back into media work.
Okay.
It's like I realized that like I really love this. Because when you met me, I was really big into coaching and
Yeah.
teaching. And I still love that too. That's still part of me. That part of me never really left.
Shout out to Les Brown.
Shout out to him.
We're both fans. I think we kind of might have started our speaking journey around the same time, or you might have been a
Yeah.
little bit ahead of me, but
Yeah,
I know.
a year or two.
But yeah, that when I think back at that time, just with myself, I'm like, dang, you really like I changed a lot, like internally, and I think about like how much I believed in myself, like when I lost my job and I said, I don't want to go back to work for anybody. Like I believe I can, be a successful speaker, be a successful artist, spoken word out here, and you really gave me a shot, and I'll never forget it. I think I still got the envelopes you gave me the payment in. Like I say, like I just feel I'll never forget it, and I'll always be grateful to you for that because, we all need each other along our journey. And like you say, you never know. Somebody's going to flake on you. Did somebody try to call in? Oh, the phone is about to die. Don't call in because the phone's about to die. He's on 1%. But I'm trying to look at this. My problem is I can't talk and move at the same time. I don't know what's wrong with me. But shout out to us and our growth because we're doing it still, and I'm proud of you. And I was looking at your bio. Mm-hmm. So do you still coach now?
So I'm gonna be getting back into coaching next year.
Okay.
I haven't been doing any coaching because I've been so like busy with the podcasting and and now music, and then like with the film.
The documentary you were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us some more about that. Where can we find that at? It's out already?
Well, it was on streaming platforms for a while. It's no longer on streaming platforms. So what I did, I just made it free. I said, you know what? I want everybody to be able to see it. So it's on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel.
What's your YouTube channel?
Well, I got a couple of them, so.
Oh, right. You was like, I got 4 podcasts. I was like, dang, I got 1 radio show, and it's only once a week. But I need to get up my game.
Man,
so, what you? But I'm sure it's giving you lots of life. So, and you said you love it, and when you said that, I just lit up. I even got chills just now because we're here to do what we love.
Yeah, I love it.
And love what we do. And sometimes we get in a rut in our life or whatever. We're not doing what we love and we're just getting by or just doing what pays the bills or, whatever. So when you say you love it, I love that for you because that's what the hell we supposed to do. We supposed to love this shit.
It's like your child, It's like, okay, I'm not getting paid to be a parent,
Right.
But
I wish I could. Somebody owed me. I raised 4 humans. Where are my reparations? I'm just kidding.
But when you raise that child right, and then the child actually grows up to be something, and then they come back and say, Dad, I'm gonna take care of you. Like that's why you did your job, and
right.
And that's how I feel about, what I'm doing. Like, it's like, man, I really love what I'm doing. And like, and now it's starting to pay me back now.
Yeah.
Took a while, but it's starting to pay me back now.
That's beautiful. So what's your YouTube channel where the documentary's at? Do you know which one it is?
Transform You Film Studio, comedy and short films.
Transform You.
Film
YOU?
Just the letter U.
Transform You. What else?
Film Studios.
Film Studios. That's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you
So
should the whole name of it is comedy. Transform You Film Studios - comedy and short films.
Okay. Cool.
So I do I do a lot of comedy too.
I was about to say you do comedy too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was in stand-up for about a year, so.
Snicker at life. I started doing comedy too. I freaking love comedy. I haven't done it in a little while.
I know you do comedy.
But
I heard you was doing comedy. When you part of a Toastmasters that did comedy?
Oh man! Shout out to Toastmasters. Oh man, no, I wasn't technically, but I did visit like a Toastmasters that was like a comedy themed. But here's the thing: even when that was, I've been out here 3 years, so that was probably maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But I didn't see myself as a comedian then. Like I wasn't in my mind. Like it wasn't. I never thought that. But when I came out here, I mean, I always said I was funny, and I always made a joke like, "Oh, I'm a comedian, I'm funny, blah blah blah." But when I came out here and I started being around more actual comedians, people who are comedy, like going to the comedy open mics, and that shit lit me up. Like it opened up something in me that I was like, "Oh man, I am a comedian," and I realized being a comedian is just being a stand-up, being a speaker, but you just telling jokes. Like I'm like, "Oh, I already do this shit. I'm already funny." And so they started having like a comedy open mic at this venue. Shout out to the True Spot that I frequented. And I started going, and like within like 4 weeks, they're like, dang, you just came over here and just not took over the comedy scene, but you like crossed the line. Like we see you, and then they booked me for a show. And so it was really dope. But I haven't done it in a few months, but I definitely want to get back out to that because that's the shit.
I love that. Like, man, ain't nothing like it, So, like, and us speakers, like, we so versatile.
That's what make it so dope, yo. Like,
that's why it was so easy for you to do this.
Yeah, it probably is.
Made it so easy for me to like, just jump at the podcast. I'm like, what? This is the same as speaking.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
I'm not getting no speaking gigs. I might as well.
You might as well. Dang, we gotta get our speaking gigs up. I signed up for all the little everybody trying to tell you how to get how to get promoted, how to get booked. But so let me ask you. So you have a lot going on. You've clearly had a long, exciting journey, and there's so much more journey to come for you. But what are some things that you do to help you stay committed and to help you stay focused on your journey? Can you give us listeners and myself some little Marcus-isms?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna give you, these are simple, And,
okay.
Because I was doing so much complex stuff. I said, I need something simple because my life is complex.
Right. Don't make it even more complex.
So I do 5 minutes of meditation every day.
Okay.
5 minutes, and if I can put in another 5 minutes, I find another part of the day to put in the 5 minutes because like that meditation is what's gonna keep your focus, on point. Okay.
Wait, before you go on, what does meditation look like for you?
Meditation for me, I can do it without music. I can do it with music, but as long as I'm somewhere in peace. I can do it while walking.
Yes.
I can do it while journaling.
Okay, cool. So 5 minutes of meditation. You guys take your notes because this might help you in your life to stay consistent. 5 minutes of meditation. What else?
Then the planner. I usually have it right here next to me. But like investing in a physical planner ain't nothing like actually physically writing down what you need to do for that day.
Yeah.
And planning out that week. And that's and it's not so much like you plan in the week and you expecting it to go that way because like a lot of times, we want to be so rigid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But plan with in mind, like to allow some flexibility to happen.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
And I like that you said writing, because, you know, in this technical digital era, even myself, like I feel like I don't write. I have a pen now, I'm writing, but I feel like I don't write enough. Like I type on my keypad, but it is something about actual physical writing and planning your day out or planning out your week or just writing down, like, these are the things I like to accomplish this week, or these are the things I like to accomplish this day. And actually getting a planner, like a real calendar. Might want to get one of them old school grandma checkbook calendars, you know, them triangle ones, put in your back pocket. Okay, so 5 minutes of meditation, physically writing down. What else you got?
Make sure, you know, like, now, you want to have your support people in place. You know, have your starting, either you have your big three, or, you know, if you can, have a starting five. You know, but my big three, I have my spiritual person. You know, so like, you know, somebody I can call for spiritual supplements. You know,
Right.
Supplementation, and then I got a trusted friend, and then I got, you know, someone who, you know, who's just a filler. So like someone, someone that, like, I know if I go to them that like, even if I don't want to say nothing, they're going to talk. They're going to talk my ear off, because I need to hear some noise, you know, to get out my own self.
Okay. You can always do that. You can always call me up, because I ain't got no problem talking. Talk. My name is MVP Speaks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that. 5 minutes of meditation, physically writing down whatever it is you want to accomplish or whatever your goals are. Get your support system, your big three or your top five.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Anything
You
else?
know, back in the day, we used to call it the Fave Five, you know, like the T-Mobile.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's old school, huh? Favorite five,
Yeah.
top five. Okay. Anything
then
else?
I got one more.
Okay, one more.
You know, so like, I'm going to give you the option between either like taking a 10-minute walk or putting at least a can of natural caffeine in you.
A can of caffeine.
Natural caffeine. Clean.
Natural caffeine.
Fine.
So what's natural caffeine for those of us who may not know what natural caffeine is?
So,
Like from a plant or something? Well, don't everything come from plants, really?
yeah. It comes from a plant. They got some plant-based caffeine out there. So you can get it from a coffee too.
Okay. I like a natural caffeine. Unfortunately,
Like,
I drink a lot of coffee. I drink a lot of lattes and a lot of cappuccinos. That should be so good to me.
Bring it down to one cup a day.
Help me gain some pounds. Right. I need to, yeah,
Bring it down to
definitely.
1 cup.
1 cup a day.
All
I'm
you
working
need is
on
1
that.
cup.
Actually, that's something I'm currently within my life experience, like being mindful of my coffee intake, or, you know, not being too overindulgent with some things, like just being balanced out. All right, you guys. So this is what Marcus says that he uses to help him stay consistent and focus on his journey. 5 minutes of meditation a day. And 5 minutes is not a long time, you guys. We can do 5 minutes. And you know what I suggest? If you have a hard time finding 5 minutes of a day to meditate, is that when you go to the bathroom to release your bowels, you use that time for yourself. Don't take your phone in there. Just be with yourself and intentionally release the shit out of your life.
Literally.
I actually wrote something. I haven't released
like
it anywhere, but I wrote something about like a little how you can use your bathroom time to really enhance your life, because you're the master of your life and you're the creator. So 5 minutes of meditation, you can find it, you guys. You got to put yourself first, and it's definitely going to be worth it. And you have to do it consistently, and you'll see the results. If you don't do it consistently, you'll be ebbing and flowing because you're not consistent. Physically writing down what you got going on, what you want to accomplish. Get out your notebook, get out your pen. If you just use a napkin, if you have to. Get your support system. Know who's on your team. Know who you can call to for your spiritual, mental, physical, financial wellness. 10-minute walk in the park, or your natural cup of caffeine. Natural caffeine, you guys.
That caffeine gonna make you want to get up anyways and take a break. That's the whole point of it. You gotta take breaks.
Yes.
You don't take breaks.
And you gotta sleep. Do you sleep?
Yeah, I go to sleep. I get about like six to 7 hours of sleep.
I think that's good. I think that's a good amount. And sometimes us entrepreneurs, and I know there's a time for it, because there was a time when I was like, no sleep, like we're grinding all night long to get to where we're going. But no, fuck that shit. We gotta sleep. Like, we have to get our sleep in, and it's important. Swimming. Oh, we got a comment. Lydia says swimming is the best thing. Yeah, swimming is awesome. That's an awesome activity. I love swimming. I really do love swimming. I'm a Pisces, so I love water, period.
I don't know how to swim, so.
You don't know how to swim?
No.
All this shit you can do, if you don't get your butt in the water. I do notice that there's quite a few African American folks who are like, no, we're not swimming, we're not getting in the water. But, to each his own.
I'm working on it. It's my goal next year.
Okay, there you go. You put you some goals in there. Marcus, real quick, we have a few minutes left, so I want you to use this opportunity to let the listeners know, like, where do you want them to follow you at? What can you provide with them for anything, if anything, or what do you want them to know about you? So give me some.
Man, I don't even know where to.
Too much, never too much. Can we just follow you on the internet? Where's your Instagram? Like, where do we get in touch with you to see all the amazing things you're doing?
I'm going to give you my DJ Instagram, DJ.Potential on Instagram, and then Marcus Hart _official on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook too. The Marcus Hart Facebook business page and the DJ Potential business page. You'll find me there too. So
that's Marcus Hart, MarcusHart, you guys.
Yeah, or you can just Google me.
Yeah. I love that shit. That's what I be telling people. Just Google me. MVP Speaks.
Yeah, you can just literally Google Marcus Hart and I will pop up.
Yeah, I like that idea, you guys. I think you should Google him, and whatever pops up, you just click on it, go down the wormhole of Marcus Hart, and see all the things that he has going on. I'm so happy that we had this time. I look forward to many more times. If you ever want to interview me on your podcast or something, you let me know. You want to play my music? Let me know. Yeah, because we go way back.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you, and I'm coming down there to Vegas too. So
pull up, don't pull out. Pull up, don't pull out. That's my actually one of the segments I have on my show, but I haven't really done it a lot. Pull up, don't pull out. Where can you pull up to and have a great experience? Wednesdays at the Truth Spot. Wednesdays at the Mixer Lounge for Spit Your Truth. If you're in Vegas, you got to pull up. That's all I'm getting out right now. I got a couple events coming up that I will definitely let the people know about. But Marcus, I have truly enjoyed this time. I love you, brother. You're amazing. I'm proud of you. And I just look forward to, to us evolving along our journey and keep doing what we love to do.
Same here. And if anybody follows me, I got some free books available. So, I hope you guys know some free books.
Follow Marcus Hart and tell him MVP Speaks Radio sent you so you can get your free books. We like giving away stuff. I still got a couple prizes in my pack I got to give away, but we'll do that on another day. Anyways, that's the alarm. It's 5:55. We're out of here. We'll see you guys next Thursday on Hot 702.5 FM for MVP Speaks Radio. Marcus Hart, peace and love. Is she going to do it?